So just yesterday, Lionel Messi, quite possibly the greatest soccer/football player to ever live, made his debut for Inter Miami. And let's just say it was one of the most hyped up sporting events of the year, and it had a perfect ending because Lionel Messi in minute number 92 ended up drilling a game-winning free kick. And what can you expect long-term from Messi? Can you expect him to win a couple of awards? Maybe upgrade the MLS? Maybe push the MLS into the top 10, maybe 5 leagues in the world? I'm going to answer all those questions for you, and I'm going to cover one of the most hyped events in probably sports history, or at least in recent history. But of course, before I get into this video, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. You guys help me out a little bit. And without further ado, let's get right into this video. Now, starting off with the game. Now, before the game, they spotted Lionel Messi all over Miami. People were going crazy. I mean, the guy was in a Publix. He can't even shop in peace in Miami. This game was hyped up to the max, and you could see how excited people were for it. And the people who showed up more than warranted that excitement. You saw Serena Williams, Kim Kardashian, LeBron James. Those are just 3 of the various celebrities and superstars that were there to see Lionel Messi in Miami last night. Now, Messi came in at about the 52-minute mark, which was a little surprising to me because I expected Lionel Messi to come in, at the beginning of the game, given that he's literally the best soccer player to ever grace the planet, but you never know. I mean, he's part of a new team. He's got to earn his way like the rest of the players. So in a way, it gives you a sense of respect for him in the franchise. But either way, he ended up getting in, and he got a large standing ovation as a result. One of the loudest MLS crowds I've ever heard in my entire life. I mean, I've never seen this much excitement pointed and pumped into football, or soccer, if you want to call it that. The U.S. calls it soccer, inside of the United States. And despite Lionel Messi being out of his prime, he's still clearly a top player in the entirety of the world. And it's easy to see why soccer/football fans are super excited for this highly anticipated time that Lionel Messi has in the United States. Now, let me cover this Hollywood storybook ending to the first game. Now, we possibly saw last night the greatest ending to an MLS game, or at least the greatest ending to an MLS debut in history. It was a free kick at 92 minutes for the win. All pressure on Messi. The crowd is incredibly loud, by the way. And Messi proceeds to drill a last-second game-winning goal into the left corner. And let me tell you, easily one of the loudest, most hyped MLS crowds of all time. The atmosphere was amazing. The celebrities were out. It was clear that people were willing to embrace this moment. And for it to be a perfect Hollywood storybook ending like that just adds so much more impact to the situation. Now, I'm going to cover some of the rest of the talent. Lionel Messi is not the only guy that's signing with Inter Miami. You've got Martinez, another guy from the MLS. He was an MVP for Atlanta back in 2018. My Atlanta United also won a championship back in 2018. He also has 2 teammates whose names I'm not even going to pronounce because they're a little bit hard, but I know Alba and I know Sergio. Those are 2 guys who are former teammates of Lionel Messi back at Barcelona. And those are just a few stars that have signed with Miami already, or at least supposedly signed with Miami already. And Luis Suarez is another guy that's rumored to be heading to Miami really soon. And Luis Suarez, for a while, was one of the greatest players in the world. So that could also be a very, very, very large piece of exciting news for Inter Miami. Now, with this talent, it's easy to imagine Miami cruising their way into MLS championship. And I'm not going to make any predictions just yet, but let's just say it seems in the cards for Inter Miami to win them a championship really, really soon. Now, I know the large question that's coming up. I know the question that everybody has. Can Lionel Messi win a major award, such as the Ballon d'Or, while playing in the MLS? Well, let me tell you. Me and my dad were just talking about this yesterday, and his take was pretty much this. Imagine a G League player dominates the G League so much that they go into the NBA and, win the NBA MVP despite playing in the G League. It'd kind of be like that. And I thought it was an interesting take considering the MLS is barely a top 10 league in the entire world when it comes to soccer/football. However, this is the GOAT we're talking about. Lionel Messi has had monumental impact on the game of soccer, so nothing's really out of the cards for him. He might be capable of it, and he might even bring home his 8th Ballon d'Or this season after having a dominant year for PSG. However, realistically, Messi winning this award out of Europe it's very, very low. I mean, the odds are literally stacked against him. It's not as stiff competition unless Inter Miami goes overseas and faces some of that better competition and proves they can keep up. I don't think there's a chance in heck Lionel Messi is possibly going to be able to win a Ballon d'Or in the MLS. I think the competition is just a little bit too low, so that would be unfortunate. However, the MLS could become a more respected league. Maybe Messi attracts more talent to the MLS over time, so quite possibly, maybe, you could have the MLS upgrading into a top 10 league and maybe even higher into a top 5 league in the entire world. But as of today, no, I don't see any major awards coming for Lionel Messi inside the MLS. I don't think it's realistic right now. However, later we could see another player win a Ballon d'Or in the MLS, or maybe the MLS gains a little bit more respect, and in a couple years Messi's still pretty good, and he could probably win a Ballon d'Or in the MLS and MLS MVP at the same time. But of course, coming to the conclusion, this is going to be an amazing and exciting year for the MLS. I don't know who's going to win the championship. I want my Atlanta people to win the championship because, let's face it, Atlanta's probably where Messi's heart really is. I think he's going to end up in Atlanta, his next contract. But all jokes aside, going to be an amazing season. I'm going to end this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, guys. Help me out. I wish you nothing but the best. Stay loved, stay blessed. I'm going to end it. Thank you for watching.